Hello and welcome to COVID-19 exclusive post on the DN News. This is a very important notice for all of you. Please don't put your and your family's life at risk by taking wrong decisions. Please listen to this special bulletin of the DN News on coronavirus for your own benefit and for your own protection. Please remember, coronavirus is the only disease which says more and more you protect and save others, more and more you become safe. Please remember, coronavirus is a highly contagious disease. It does not have any boundary, nor does it know any religion or caste, rich or poor. It performs and acts like a terrorist. It gets inside without prior notice, very cleverly, quietly, and makes its own bunker inside human bodies only. After 40 days, when it has successfully managed its plans inside the human body, it starts slowly and slowly destroying the cells of the human body. In addition to passing on to the other humans and infiltrating into the other human bodies who are closely associated with the one it is resting in, and starts the same process of destroying cells of the other human body, and then passes to the other humans, to humans, to humans closely associated who are in close contact of the infected human, and so on. In the process, it multiplies and gets into large human population. Ultimately, like the citizens, if the humans are not alert and are not well protected from this so-called terrorist COVID-19 virus, it can wipe away a huge chunk of population from any country. Recently, even treating doctors have been infected with coronavirus, mainly because they probably did not have the PPE, the personal protective equipment to treat corona-infected patients. The treating doctors attending to corona patients have to wear the protective suit for the purpose, known as the hazmat suit, that protects all healthcare workers from getting corona infection. The Safai Karmchari is also a healthcare worker, as they take care of your health by keeping your surroundings clean and sanitized, and are involved in collecting infectious material, contagious waste, and contaminated products from our garbage bin where you throw your waste. Do you know that the waste produced by a sick person infected with contagious disease who may be residing in maybe your society or in your neighboring society is also disposed of in the same garbage bins from where maybe the same Safai Karmchari would be lifting the waste? One never knows whether the Safai Karmcharis who are carrying out the job of cleaning and sanitation in your society is corona positive or negative. WHO guideline very clearly says that all healthcare employees such as doctors, nurses, ward boys, including the Safai Karmcharis, are exposed to more risk conditions, and hence they need to be protected first at the first level. Remember, protection is the only remedial measure a human can take to keep coronavirus away from. It is a communicable virus and communicates from one human to the other at supersonic speed. Hence, it is of utmost importance to take all necessary steps for your own protection. Let me remind you of a country, Italy. The disease spread so fast that it has wiped away a major population from the country, with more than about 80,000 people in the grip of coronavirus and more than about 3,500 people dying of coronavirus in a short span of time. A Safai Karmchari is a very important person for everyone in the society. We all must take all necessary steps to make sure that they are not put to a problem. They are otherwise also extremely poor and have very limited means of livelihood. If something happens to them, their family would have to suffer a great irreparable loss. Hence, it is of utmost importance to take proper care of these Safai Karmcharis to keep them safe. Let me tell you, it is primarily the job of public health department of the municipal or civic authorities to identify these persons and persons who came in contact with these Safai Karmcharis, test them and keep them under quarantine for 15 days, and then issue a certificate of free from corona before they start the work to keep all others in safe and protected conditions. It is highly dangerous to ask them to enter your society unless the steps to keep them safe has been taken. As per WHO, World Health Organization guidelines?
Hi everyone, my name is Maria Van Kerkhove and I'm with the World Health Organization. I'm the head of a unit responsible for emerging diseases and zoonoses in our Health Emergencies Program. Active case finding involves a wider search for cases focusing on patients and their visitors in a healthcare facility where the confirmed patient has sought treatment, healthcare providers who care for that patient or who have cleaned the room where an infected patient has been, and social, family, and work contacts of the infected patient. So how does contact tracing for an emerging virus work? If you identify a case in the community, then what you need to do is you need to identify all of the contacts, so that is all of the people who have come into contact with the known case, and monitor them for 14 days. If they don't develop any symptoms over those 14 days, then monitoring can stop. But if some of those contacts do develop symptoms, it's important to isolate them, treat them, and test them for COVID-19. And they need to be cared for until their symptoms resolve. They can be released from healthcare facility once they have 2 negative tests 24 hours apart. Now, if you identify a case in a healthcare facility, you follow the same procedure. You identify all of the contacts of that known case, and you follow them for 14 days. If none of those contacts develop symptoms, then they can finish their monitoring. But if some of those contacts develop symptoms, then you do the same thing. You isolate them, you care for them, and you test them for novel coronavirus. They can be released from hospital once they have 2 negative tests 24 hours apart. The difference between contact tracing in the community versus contact tracing in a healthcare facility is that in a healthcare facility, you have to make sure that amongst the contacts that you identify, that they include healthcare workers. The team should gather as much background information on the outbreak, on the cluster of cases that they can, and assemble the necessary materials and supplies, such as personal protective equipment, specimen collection, and transport materials before the investigation begins, and inform relevant local public health and animal health authorities. There are many public health objectives in conducting investigations. These include identify other cases and quickly detect any human-to-human transmission, to prevent further cases through the identification of potential human, animal, or environmental sources of infection and exposures, risk factors for infection, and the implementation of appropriate prevention and control measures, and also to reduce onward transmissibility and reduce morbidity and mortality through rapid identification, isolation, treatment, and clinical management of cases and the follow-up of contacts.
Please adhere to it and do not put the life of anyone into risk. Keeping your area properly sanitized and clean is the sole responsibility of the Public Health Department and the Sanitation Department jointly, which every elected leader must ensure. How they do and manage is not your or my job. In view of the video you just saw, it's therefore important to make sure that the Public Health Department of the municipal corporations must function properly, sincerely, and honestly to keep everyone safe from not only coronavirus but also from other contagious diseases. I would like to mention here that public representatives who are misguiding the society residents that the Safai Karamcharis are not attending to the cleaning and sanitation job in your societies for want of passes which are not being issued by the police department may kindly stop doing so. Issue of a pass for movement in the societies by police is only possible once they get a clearance certificate from the Public Health Department of being corona negative. Otherwise, it would be a misuse of process of law and there would be chances of infection. So please press upon the Public Health Department to get the Safai Karamcharis medically checked for corona negative, after which they could start the job of cleaning and sanitation, but strictly under the surveillance and monitoring of the Public Health Department. So friends, keep yourself sanitized, keep a safe distance, keep your surroundings clean, and protect others to protect yourself. One more thing, guys, if you know someone sick, not getting proper health care, not getting proper health facilities and proper medicines from the government hospitals, including coronavirus tests, please log on to www.ngo.tejasviastitwa.com, click on the coronavirus icon and log in your complaint with us. We, as a part of our mission, your social responsibility, shall make sure that it reaches the appropriate authorities and the victim gets immediate attention. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video on the DN News. In our next bulletin, we shall brief you on how to protect your clothes from coronavirus. The information that we share with you here is from reliable sources, mainly taken from in consultation with WHO, the World Health Organization, and Dr. Oz from the United States of America. It's time to sign off now. We shall be soon back with some more information on coronavirus, latest updates, how to fight with coronavirus, and many more issues such as ground reality on control measures being taken to stop the spread of coronavirus and relief being given by the government to the people of this country, which you can watch in debates on this channel with people joining us from various states. Till then, keep watching the DN News. Good night, Shubh Ratri, Shabba Khair.